Howdy y'all, thank you for joining me today for this unboxing of an expansion for Too Many Bones. This is the Age of Tyranny campaign components for Too Many Bones. From what I understand, this is, and I'll go through every card, I'm not going to read through every card, but I'll at least stop on it so you can pause and look if you want to see what they're all about. But you can see here, it's got says a way to track your success between games with a snapshot mat. So that sounds maybe just a way of saving, which sounds interesting. And then you can see here the box components, everything it adds here. From what I understand, this is going to add a lot more variety, which is what I was looking for in the game, because I got the game and I enjoy it, but I didn't know how much the replayability would really be with it, other than just your dice randomly coming up a certain way. So I heard this is the one to look into to get that replayability. So we're going to check that out. It says it's got some boon/scar cards here, which is something new. I can already see with that second one already some replayability here. And that's more day 1 to 3 encounters. Because, yeah, if you played the game, you know it's the same encounters. So you know, other than the selections you make on those, they're not really going to change too much. So I'm really excited to see that. And I mean, we're going to go through each of those. We'll go through them as we are looking at this stuff. So let's just go ahead and break on into that and see what it's all about. The Age of Tyranny. So this is an expansion, if I didn't already say it, that you have to already have the game to. This is just going to basically, like I said, as we can already see, at least some replayability to make some variants, in my opinion. Alright, so right off the bat here, I have not seen this yet with Too Many Bones, and maybe in one of the later ones, but this is something I've seen in Cloudspire, where they just have their own little component holder or thing. And it's actually weird how it closes, but it doesn't close perfect. And I mean, maybe that's designed that way, I don't know. But it does have a locking mechanism in here. Make sure, I just didn't want to like twist it and break it. Okay, no, it locks perfectly. I was just worried I was gonna break something. Nope, it lines up perfectly, so kind of cool. And I'm assuming that's to hold these things. So let's take a look at what these things are, because that's what was in this. It looks like just plastic little bits, which I'm assuming are the scar things they were talking about, the scars. You can kind of see them. And it looks like they're just a handful of them. You can put them in here now that I took them out of the bag. Yeah, it looks like this is just a little holding tray for them, which is kind of cool. Yep, and it even shows the scars there. So, I don't know if it need to be quite that big, but yeah. Then we have some dice here, which I'm assuming you could just throw them in there if they have to do with the scars. We'll have to see more into that. Or just put them in the dice trays. But let me see if they're all the same. Alright, so 2 of them are the same. And you can kind of see it here. These look like they are negatives. So this looks like it's one that if you get this, probably that scar they're talking about, you're probably going to have this dice you're going to have to roll, which is going to give you some negatives, like negative attack or negative defense. That's without reading, just a guess there. And then there's 2 of those, and there's one of this dice, which has 3 blank sides. And then 3 sides that look like a bone gear, but I'm going to assume some type of corruption thing also. Alright. So we're getting us another little deck box here, and that's probably going to be the cards, which this is those nice, oh, there's something else in there. Nice PVC plastic. And then if you haven't checked out the game yet, one of the nice things we're going to talk about, and we'll take a closer look at these cards that were inside that box, which is the first small cards I've seen, so probably the scar cards. But they're the nice PVC plastic. But we'll take a closer look at these. Let's go ahead and see what everything else that's in the box, and then I'll do a zoomed in look at the cards. Which I guess I should have done it with the dice too, but got ahead of myself. Alright, so we got a playmat here. Let me get it out of the baggie here. And it said this was like a snapshot save. So I'm assuming some way to, like a save mechanic basically. But it says defeated tyrants. So maybe this is just something where you're going to be able to put a campaign where you're going to maybe fight through multiple tyrants, I'm assuming. And this will show the tyrants you've defeated. And then I'm assuming since 1 to 4 characters, 1 for each character. And you'll lock in your, or in between campaigns, your health, dexterity, attack, skills. Maybe just you're exhausted in between campaigns. Your dice that are exhausted. Because it also says loots and scars off here to the left. So, interesting. Guess we'll see what that's all about. I guess we can move on to the card. And maybe that'll give us some more information here. Sorry, hear my phone go off there. But maybe we'll go to the card here and it gives us some information here. We got the Age of Tyranny reference guide here. It says here, esteemed subjects, you already know why I've collected you here, or called you here mere days ago, we were each ripped from our home, families torn asunder and scattered throughout this brutal land. So, yeah, that's what it's doing. It's introducing a campaign mode. So definitely some replayability there. Where instead of just going through one adventure, you would be going through multiple adventures, I'm assuming, and collecting scars as you go. It's got the campaign rules here, which I'll pause on and let you read through that, but it tells you how to set it all up, how to get the rewards and whatnot. So, looks like you'll get things over time, but you're also going to collect scars and whatnot over time. Interesting, instead of giving you a rule book you flip through, they just have a card here where you can go reference everything. And it has it all on here. And it's just got those scar dice we went over, along with the contents in here. So like I said, this is literally like the whole rules book, but instead they just gave you one rules card on that PVC plastic with all the rules on it. That way you can be referencing all your campaign stuff and not just going through a book that you're, which this probably would have been like a 2 or 3 page book that you would constantly be having to flip over, or just one page. So why not just put it all on one big sheet here? So cool with them doing that. So let's take a closer look at those cards now. Okay, I got a little I was taking these out of the package and just got a little beefcake and they went everywhere. So these are probably going to be out of order than what they were inside the bag. But I'm going to show each of them anyways. Yeah, because I just was taking them out of the bag and for some reason they just slung everywhere. Just too beefcake for the packaging, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, here we go. So I counted them. They said that these are the Scar Boon cards. These are the small cards. This is the mini European smalls, and it's got the size there, as you can see. And I even checked to make sure that's what they were, which that's if you're gonna sleeve them. But these are of that PVC plastic card quality, so I don't know if they really need to be sleeved unless you just want to. I mean, I guess they can get scuffs and scratches on them if you're worried about that. But I mean, that's kind of what's nice about these quality. Well, actually, as I say that, I'll see if I can get it in the glare there. Let me see. Because like this already has... And I mean, I'm sure it's not from just that one little flip through. I've seen this on cards straight out of the box, like in my Arkham Horror and my Marvel Champions, where they already got like some lightly played scuffs on them and stuff. Because like that... I would say that was from the flipping, but there's no way. From me just taking them out of the package, I just don't know if it's showing up on the glare or not, but there's already a lot of, like, scuffs here. There's no way that was all from just them flying out of the package. Like, so, that's up to you, but me, I probably won't sleeve these just because they are that nice. I usually only sleeve to stop like from not noticing things, but little scuffs like that. But either way, that's enough on that. We can see the boons here. Looks like it's kind of a little bit of story there. It says lying face down in the dirt can cause one to slow down and focus on the simpler aspects of life. And then let you know there, all gear locks gain 2 loot. So apparently he found something. Now it's weird, it only gives you 5 boons there. And I'm not reading through each of these, but I'll, like I said, pause enough to where you can stop and read if you want to. Or pause and read. But it sounds like you get maybe a boon if you're successful. It is weird that you get, there's only 5 boons, but maybe there's just only so much they can give you. And then there's 20 scars, if I did the count right. Yeah, 20 scars. So, I mean, see what the scars actually give you. At least on this first one, reduce your loot area by 1. Place a scar token in the loot spot to represent this. So maybe it's just more opportunity to get, maybe there's more things you could shut down with scars or give minuses to with scars than there are boons, is why. And like I said, I'm not going to read through each of these, but I'll at least try to pause on each. So you can see the story and the back, if you want to read through that. And actually, just to speed this up, otherwise this video would be long as heck. I'm just going to pause on the scars, not so much what the actual scars do, then so much the story. That way it doesn't, 1, spoil, but 2, just to give you really how it's going to affect the game, and then that way the story can kind of still be there, or as some people would call it, get past the flavor text screen monkey. Alright, so that would be the scars and the boons. And there's 25 of those, so you're going to probably need 25 sleeves. You're going to sleeve that up in those smalls. And then the next cards are all the standard size, which come in the basic game anyways. So I noticed they have Epilogue Duster here. And you get Duster's Dagger, so I'm assuming these are things that can carry over if you're playing through the campaign. And there's 6 of these, or 7 of these. Hey, I didn't realize there were 7. 7 of these, because it lets us know Epilogue 7 here. Oh, how about I get that on camera? Alright, so 7 epilogues there. And those, like I said, those are the standard Magic Pokemon size. And then there are 10 campaign cards here. And like I said, this is all, if you played the game, you know this is all the story stuff. So I'm only going to really show the backs here. But at least show you the front where it says leave no trace. Eradication. The Council's secret weapon. Crate Dragon. But not dragon like dragon. Crate Dragon. And then Weathering the Storm. exhaustion, beast mode, wolf pack attack. Alright, so like I said, there's 10 of those. And then really, what I found that I really wanted the most out of this, like I said, there are now, let me see if they just start from there. It looks like they added 7 new, and I had it up there because I wanted to show you, that's the day 3s. They added 7 new for each of the day 1, 2s, and 3s. So that's going to give you more variability here for the days 1s and through 3s. You can see Fire and Ice, Bridge and the Seaborn. Yeah, I'm not going to try to say all these, so you can just read them yourself. Crossing It, Casualties of War, The Grass is Always Greener, The Wingless Dragon. And then you can see the selections you're going to have to make there. So it just gives that more variability on day 3. And then we have 7 more day 2s. With their choices. And then 7 more day 1s. Ooh, look at that one. But cool. So I think that one's going to add a lot more replayability for sure. Just in alone in the day 1s through 3s. And I didn't even realize about the campaign. I just knew I read about that. And I was like, okay, that's at least going to give some variability on the starting with the play. And then, yeah, we get campaign play. I mean, who doesn't want to play through a campaign in an adventure game? So hopefully adds enough replayability there. And then I have another video where we're going to go through the other one that's supposed to add some more replayability. So let's go ahead and pop that other video. I'll let you go on this one. Thank you for watching and have a great day.